Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and today we're going to play a few rounds of Thebes from Queen Games. And this is like an Indiana Jones archaeology type game where you're taking on the role of a character, archaeologist, moving around, learning knowledge, going to Congress, trying to ultimately dig to collect artifacts. All right, that's the gist. And in a two-player game, you play 3 years, but we're not going to do that much. So set up, put the board here. We're going to put one artifact from each of the locations. The first person to dig there gets that. You'll shuffle the deck in a certain way. There's going to be 3 decks. You'll put some big exhibits in the bottom, small exhibits in the middle, no exhibits in the top, and then stack them on top of each other. Each player starts on Warsaw. Each player starts your time in 0. And there's bags filled with dirt and certain kinds of tokens for each of the 5 different locations. And this is a breakdown of all the good stuff in all the bags. There's lots of dirt, which is nothing, but each of them has a different breakdown of values. And this is our, I forget what it's called, basically our knowledge tracker to tell us how, if we have knowledge and we spend time, how many items we can pull out of the bag. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So red will go first because they're on top. And this is one of those games where whoever's farthest back gets to go, and you're going to be spending time as you're moving, and that's how you're going to do things. Moving a step is a time. Taking a card costs a time in the top, and you also have to be in a certain location to get that card. So I'm actually going to move to Moscow. That's 1, and I'm going to take this card for 2. So that gives me 3. Let's stack these up. I'll explain these in a little bit, but I want to have cards so you can see them. All right. So now I have that card. The more of these cards you get, the more points you get. Pretty easy. Then I flip a new card, and that cost me 3 times. 1 for the movement, 1 and 2 for the cards. All right, so then it's green's turn. Green will, they're going to move to London, so they'll move 1, 2, and they'll take this card for 2 time. So that's 4 total time. So they're in London 4 time. Now it's back to red. We need a new card. All right, so I'm in Moscow, so I'll just take this card for 1, and I'll explain what these cards do in a little bit. I'm just going to move these out of the way because you don't really need to see them right now. Okay, that's 1 time. Still my turn because I'm in the back, or I'm on top. And now I'm going to. We'll go to Vienna, 1, 2, take this for 2, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, sweet. And now green is in London still, so they're going to snag this. That cost them 2. It's their turn again. They're in London. They're going to take that for 3. 1, 2, 3. I'll explain all these cards later when I dig. But for now, we're just storing up. Ooh, Paris. Yes, I need it. Paris, 1 plus 2. That'll cost me 3. 1, 2, 3. I like getting points this way, so that's what I'm going to do. That's already 6 points. That's pretty good. All right, so green's turn. They're going to move to win. So 1, 2. That's Vienna. Take this. That's 2. So that is 4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's red's turn. I'm in Paris. There's nothing in Paris. So I'm going to move to Vienna. That's 1 plus 2. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Green's turn. Ooh, green wants that. So they will move 1. It's been 3, so that's 4. These are really good. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now it's red's turn. I don't want to quite dig yet. Where am I? I'm in Vienna. Is there anything in Vienna? Yeah, I'll take this. So that's 1 time. So 1 time for red. Still my turn. That's Vienna. I'll take that. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. I can move these kind of like that. I don't know how much you can see on the camera, so I'm trying not to get too far over here. Let's just slide these down because we don't really need those right now. Okay, now it's green's turn. And green, I'd like to get some more books. Where are they? They're in Rome. They're going to take this. And that cost them 3 time. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, that's Moscow. That's good. Yeah, I'm going to move back to Moscow. 1, 2 plus 6. That's 8 time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's general knowledge. We'll explain why that's important in a little bit. Make sure you can see all that. I think you can. Oh, I have some general knowledge over here. So there we go. Then it's green's turn, probably for a minute. Ooh, they're going to go to Moscow. 1, 2, 3. Take this. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Red's turn, and I think I'm going to dig. I'm going to go try to dig in Mesopotamia. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So I get that just for digging, first player. 3 time. 1, 2, 3, just so I don't forget. Then this is where this is going to come in. Okay? So on this thing, at the top is how much knowledge you have. Now let's get into these cards that we're collecting. Books of a certain color can only be used to dig in that specific location. So these blue books are in Mesopotamia. So I have 3 knowledge in there, and I have 3 general knowledge, which is good for everywhere. So that gives me a total of 6 knowledge that I can use to dig there. So what I do is I turn this to 6. And then I look at how much time I want to spend, which is the numbers in black running down the side. So however much time I want to spend is how many tokens I get to pull out of that bag, the weeks that I'm spending digging at the site to try to get stuff. And I think I'm going to do 6 weeks. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I get to pull out 5 tokens. So I'm going to reach in the Mesopotamia bag, and we're going to pull out 5 tokens. Or no, not Mesopotamia. Yeah, Mesopotamia. Yeah. The blue bag, not the purple bag. And I'm going to try to pull out some tokens. So let's see. I have 1 already, so that's good. That's a dirt. That's a dirt. That's a dirt. Come on. Okay, there's some knowledge. All right, so I found some knowledge of Palestine, and I found this awesome artifact. There is a sheet in the game that shows you what all the artifacts are, should you want to know that, and all the dirt goes back in the bag, making it less exciting to dig in there. All right, and that's where also where these come in handy. These are your digging permits. Each year, you can dig in each location once. There are some exceptions to that rule, but general rule, dig in there 1 time. All right, now it's green's turn, and they have some time that they can make up on. So let's see, where are they? They're in Moscow right now. They don't have any orange. They're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and they're gonna dig in purple, which is Crete. So they get that token. That costs them 1, 2, 3 time. And they're going to do the same thing. So they have 3 purple books. So they will set their dial to knowledge 3, which is not going to be great. But I'll explain what they're doing now in a second. And they're going to do 6 weeks as well, which will let them take 2 tokens out. But they have 3 shovels. 1, 2, 3. They can take 2 extra tokens out. So they're actually going to get to draw 4, even though they don't have a ton of knowledge because they're really good at digging. So let's see. So we're going to draw 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a much better dig than I did. Man, they got no dirt at all. They got some general knowledge that can be used for anything, and all these different awesome artifacts. That's fantastic. All right. And now they can no longer dig in purple. So that is done. All right. Now it's red's turn. So red is back in action. I have green. I'm going to go ahead and dig in green. So I can move 1, go to Palestine. And then I can dig in Palestine. So I have 2 green books. Even though this is on a blue background, it's a green book. 2 plus 3, that's 5 books. 5 knowledge. And I'll spend 6 weeks again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to pull out 4 tokens from Palestine, which is the green bag. 4 tokens. All right, here we go. Man, I'm so bad at digging. 2, 3, ooh, 7. That's not bad. That's the highest thing in the game. And 4. Oh, there we go. That'll work. That will work. All right. So I got some more general knowledge. These awesome artifacts here. And now I can no longer dig in green for the rest of the year. Dirt goes back in the bag. All right. And that's effectively how the game's going to work. There's one other aspect that I didn't show you because they haven't come out yet. So let me just get some out. And those are exhibits. So exhibits are going to come out and they're going to come over here. The way these work is they are similar to taking a card, but you have to have these artifacts. So I need at least 1 artifact from Mesopotamia, 2 artifacts from Crete. If I have that in my possession, I don't have to turn them in, not counting the book, so actually things that have points on them. I can go to Moscow, send my guy to Moscow, spend 3 time, using, so I'd spend the 3 to move, and then 1, 2, 3 more times. As long as I had that, I'd get it. It would go in front of me, and it would be points at the end of the game. As other exhibits come out, these are going to push off. If there's one here, when another one, and this is full, it will slide off. So you're trying to complete these before they go away. There's also some bigger ones that are at the bottom of the deck that need 3 colors, but are worth 5 points instead of 4. They take a little more time, but if you already have those colors, why not go try and fulfill? Then after all that's done, you're gonna, when the game is over, we've played through 3 years in a 2-player game, we'll add up all the points on our artifacts, all the points on our congressional cards, all the points on, there's one more thing. Exhibits. And then whoever has the most knowledge in all of the different 5 colors will get 5 points. If there's a tie, you do some rounding and all that kind of thing. And then whoever has the most points after all that is the winner. So that's it. That is how you play Thebes from Queen Games. I'm Jason with the Boardgame Mechanics, and as always, keep gaming.